Wait, Jerry, are you sure you want to type that in as your password? You've given up trying and just want me to explain already? Well, okay then, if that's what you want. Some of the most common reasons people use weak passwords is because it's easy to remember, or believe that hackers won't target you over a larger, more money target. Passwords, however, are our first and often only line of defense against attacks, making them a high-value item to attack and steal. Hackers use large lists of passwords, like the RockU list, holding the world's most commonly used passwords or leaked passwords. They'll also use leaked passwords from other applications, because they know that people like to use the same password on multiple websites/applications. Also, they can use passwords from one account to get into another account. They might use your coworker's Slack account to find your administrator credentials, a real thing that happened, resulting in a massive hack on Twitter in 2020. Additionally, they get usernames through phishing attempts and online personas, since again, people use the same usernames between different websites, though this is a much smaller problem. On top of that, hackers can try millions of username password combinations at a time, and you might just be unlucky enough to be found by then. Furthermore, attackers can create passwords themselves, creating millions of random combinations of usernames and passwords. This was such a big problem that modern passwords are actually stored in the server as a string of numbers created from the original password using a hashing algorithm. However, hackers can still try millions of passwords at a time on their own machine, hashing them until they find a match to yours, since hashing algorithms are standardized and available for anyone to use. Hackers can, and do, still guess these hashes through birthday attacks based on the idea that two different passwords can theoretically give the same hash, mitigated by having longer passwords, and rainbow tables, like password lists, but for password hash combinations. If you know the required hash, you can guess the password. The risk decreases with a longer password. How can you protect yourself? Well, the most important thing is choosing a long, complex password. Long, simple passwords are much better than short, complex passwords, if only because of probability from brute forcing. Choose a long quote. Aim for something above 12 characters, and make sure your passwords are different, so if someone gets into one account, they don't automatically have access to all your accounts. That's a lot to remember. So the best option is to use a password vault, like Google Password Manager, Apple Passwords, Bitwording, or anything else. Just make sure it's from a reputable source. Then, once you have that, make sure that you enable multi-factor authentication with an authenticator app. Best to use a hardware key, but this is second best and free. Worst is straight SMS text. But anything is better than just a password, so that even if you have your password, they still need your phone. Speaking of multi-factor authentication, be sure to enable it on all the accounts that allow it. Now Jerry, do you know what you want your password to be? Okay, just don't tell me the password, or anyone else for that matter. And, Jerry, are you sure you can remember that long ago password?
Yes, I remember everything.